Lights, camera, action!
Get up, pack it in, let me begin. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin. I won't ever slack up, punk, you better back up. Try and play the role and you're the whole crew will act up. Get up, stand up, come on, throw your hands up if you got the feeling. Jump up, touch the ceiling, monks, let's a funk flow. Someone's fucking junk, yo, I'll bust them in the eye. And then I'll take the punks out, feeling funky.
Yeah, earlier I was washing dishes and a wasp flew into the kitchen. I had my kitchen door open. And you know, the kitchen door, it has like this mesh lattice screen or whatever so that bugs and other flying creatures can't fly into the apartment. But I don't know, there must be some way. There must be something. There must be like a hole or something. Cause Buddy just flew in and that's why I jumped back. I was like, what the shit? I grabbed a towel, I grabbed a can of like Raid flying insect killer, and I hit his ass with a blast of like the Raid, and I could see it had fucked him up. It's a quick little blast, but he was like disoriented and he flew back over to the kitchen door. So I just closed the inside door, trapping him between like, you know, the inside door and the outside door.
To the sound that pounds, I jump around. I'm no clown, I get down to the funk.
And I think he's dead. I haven't really checked. When I slammed the door, when I looked like through the window, I didn't see him. But I think he's dead. Probably like laying on the ground. I will check later. Feel bad about doing that, but I cannot have a wasp inside the apartment. Nah. So I know I said I wasn't gonna make this like a screenwriting channel or whatever, but since the screenwriting is part of my journey, when something does happen, I'm gonna talk about it. So let's talk about it. First, I'm gonna talk about Azalea. Yes, Azalea is finished, or at least like, you know, the first draft is finished. And I'm going to jump into a rewrite very soon. For those of you who don't know, Azalea is this drama screenplay that I've been working on for, a while. I really wanted to make sure that, you know, this initial draft, I knew it wasn't going to be perfect, but I just wanted it to really, I just wanted it to be good. I wanted to have a solid foundation to work from. And, you know, there was just a lot in putting it together and just how I was feeling about it. You know, it's a very heavy topic, you know, what the story's about. It's very personal to me. And just, it really took a while. It took a lot longer to get like this first draft done than it has been for pretty much any screenplay I've ever written. And so even though I've given Azalea to people to read and, you know, I've gotten feedback from them, I always wanted to work with a consultant. I wanted to, you know, get feedback from someone who, truly knows the business inside out, who has, you know, experience, who can just really kind of guide me along the right path. And finally did it. I built up the courage to, you know, ask someone. And this is someone that, you know, I know and trust. I gave Azalea to Mark Sanderson. I'm sure, you know, some of you know Mark. I've talked about Mark on this channel before. Mark has, of course, you know, been on like Film Courage and, you know, other screenwriting and other like, you know, filmmaking and screenwriting platforms. You know, he's been on podcasts, you know, he's given lectures. He's out there, and I will link to like his YouTube and actually to his website, 5 O'Clock Blue. I'll link to all that down in the description. I've known Mark for years. He is a buddy of mine. But one thing that I knew is that Mark was not going to bullshit me. I knew that in his capacity as, a working screenwriter and as a script consultant, he was going to let me have it. Like, he was going to tell me, like, the truth about Azalea. And, that was another, I was nervous about giving it to him because, we do have this relationship. But of course, he was working in a professional capacity in taking a look at it. And, I wanted to just present my best work. I knew that this was the one that, I wanted to present to him on this level. And I gotta say, he did a fantastic job. Absolutely, gave me great actionable notes, ways to improve the script, but also he pointed out the strengths of the script. It wasn't all like, oh, you've done terribly. No. I mean, he certainly let me know ways to improve, gave me some great ideas, how to fix certain things, pointed out, where I was messing up and everything like that. But also, I mean, like I said, also praised what worked. And I'm really, really tremendously thankful, for the time that he took out to read and critique my script. And I'll just read a bit from the notes that he gave me. Bravo! I completely enjoyed this story and screenplay and want to commend you on something that could be a powerful showpiece, but also get produced. It's not a huge budget film, and that's a positive for this script. I read it 3 times and studied it closely. It's something that could be made for under $1 million or even $500,000 easily. That's a tremendous benefit. It's not a $100 action film trying to compete with studio IP or A-list writers. Trust me, I read many of those when I consult and wonder where the writers think they can go to sell something that size with no credits or experience. They're not, and it's not. I can totally see this on a streamer with no problem. Theatrical might be a different story and no bash against the script, but as you know, the theatrical world has changed dramatically in recent years. Sometimes a movie also can receive a limited theatrical in New York and LA for awards qualification and then goes to streaming. It also feels like a personal story, perhaps. I'm not sure if it's something you went through, but the heart of the piece is on the page. It comes through in the dramatization and the characters. But like I said, it's not all, praise and everything, I mean, he does point out the weaknesses. He does point out some things that I could take another look at, things I can fix, character moments, etc. Even the small stuff, things that I think I would normally catch, just talking about just grammatical things or, repetition of stuff or just, just those small things he pointed out, which just goes to show you cannot self-edit. I edit people's work all the time, catch things, fix things, but when it comes to my own stuff, it always gets past me. I'll just say that. I can never see my own mistakes, my own, mess ups. So I appreciate that he took, the time out to point those out as well. And I mean page by page, he's just here, this line, this character, this person, this moment, this beat. It's I mean, I just think it's phenomenal. Again, as I pointed out, Mark is a buddy of mine. I've known him for years. And I really do just love just the overall advice that he's given me, just the wisdom, his years in the business. He's a tireless, writer. He's always working on something. The man has 17 produced films to his credit. And again, he gives lectures, he does interviews, he's on these platforms. And I have to shout this out. He's the author of A Screenwriter's Journey to Success. I read this book before I moved to LA. And let me just tell you, this book, and I need to revisit it. This book is one of my Bibles. What I love about this book is that it really does present what I consider to be a realistic and achievable path to working as a screenwriter. I feel like everyone has these dreams of scoring that multi-million-dollar, spec script sale or whatever. And I mean, I came up in the time when, folks were doing that, Joe Esterhazy and Shane Black, just so many other just talented writers who had like these massive deals. And that's not what it is anymore. You know what I'm saying? But this book right here really does provide kind of like a blueprint for carving out a career path, a sustainable career path in this industry. So I highly recommend picking this up, checking it out. If you're looking for a consultant, someone that can, help you whip your script into shape, and I mean, get it into shape where it's like saleable or contest ready, I definitely suggest going with Mark. 5 O'Clock Blue. Again, I'll link to his site and everything. Reach out to him. My man is the best. And the second thing that I wanted to talk about, if you remember a couple of months back, I said that I was submitting one of my romantic comedy screenplays to a contest that was strictly geared toward like romantic comedies. Well, I did. And the contest is put on by Stage 32. If you're not familiar with Stage 32, I mean, I would say that they're a pretty popular platform within the entertainment industry. A lot of people, have joined the social aspects of the website. They offer like classes, meetings, and like consultant meetings or whatever with like producers, managers, things of that nature. They put on events. I've been to several Stage 32 events. I mean, they've been around for a long time. I was first aware of Stage 32 back in New York, and so it's just like I've met like the founder, RB. He's a cool dude, and coming out here, going to some of the events that they have here. So I've participated in the stuff that Stage 32 has done. I know people have their opinions about Stage 32. It is what it is. I mean, I certainly get hit with like the emails and all that good stuff. But, like I said, when I saw that this contest was like geared toward romantic comedies, I was just like, well, let me give my romantic comedy a shot. So I entered my script into their romantic comedy contest, and it was a bit of a shock. I didn't even realize that they were going to announce the quarterfinalists. But yesterday I checked my email and discovered that my romantic comedy is a quarterfinalist. I mean, the email reads, "Hi, Jay. I hope you're having a wonderful week. I wanted to personally reach out and say congratulations. Flued Out made the quarterfinals of the 3rd annual Stage 32 Romantic Comedy Screenwriting Contest. We received a record number of submissions and the competition was fierce, so advancing to the next round is a huge achievement." So yeah, I'm pretty pleased about this. They're going to announce the semifinalists in I think about like 3 weeks. So I guess at this point I'm just waiting to hear whether or not my script moves on to the semifinals. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I guess in about 3 weeks, I'll let y'all know whether or not Flued Out has moved on to the semifinals. Keep your fingers crossed. Pray for me. Send good vibes. Whatever it is that you do, like in that realm to generate positivity or whatever, please do that for me. Finally, and this isn't screenwriting related, but I recently went to the screening of a short film titled Party Panda. About to head into Cinepack Studios. Check out Party Panda. Let's do this. Party Panda's a horror comedy. It's directed by Uriah Herb. Stars like my buddy Justin Paul, as well as Danny McDermott, who also wrote the film. It's about, this guy who gets picked on by, the popular folks at his college, and he adopts the persona of this wisecracking killer panda and just wreaks havoc at a Halloween costume party. It's a deeply, deeply silly film, and that's what they were going for. But I just had a blast with it. I loved it so much. It very much put me in the mind of, the type of films that, they would show on like USA Up All Night. I don't know if I'm aging myself with that, But, you know, I grew up on USA Up All Night, you know, Rhonda Shear, Gilbert Godfrey, you know, and they would like show all of these like, you know, great just kind of like comedies and horror movies. And sometimes they would show like, you know, some of the bigger blockbusters or whatever, but they were mostly like these B movies. A lot of them, you know, were cheap, super silly. I saw a lot of trauma films because of USA Up All Night. And that's what this put me in the mind of. And I just had a blast. Like, I had a great time. I was laughing. I was cheering. Shout out to Justin. Shout out to Danny. Shout out to Uriah. Shout out also to my people, Brandon McCullough, Josh Jacober. They did music. They contributed music to the film. I had a blast. And the other thing that I thought was super cool, you know, I didn't know what to expect. It's just like, all right, you know, go into the screening, you know, gonna support my people. And it's like, they went all out. I mean, you know, yeah, there was like open bar. They had like, you know, tacos. They had, you know, popcorn and like, you know, the little bags. But it was just, I mean, they just really went all out.
Like, this is absolutely insane. This is like insane, bananas, nuts, whatever you want to say. I'm very, very, very impressed by this. Oh my God.
This was phenomenal for like, you know, a short film screening, in my opinion. It was a fantastic time. I had a blast. I like Party Panda. I'm not sure what the plans are. You know, perhaps they're going to try to expand this into a feature-length effort, something that I can absolutely see. But yeah, I dug it. I had fun with it. So that's it for this one, friends. Like I said, pick up this book, A Screenwriter's Journey to Success. Get into it. And also holler at Mark Sanderson if you are looking for a script consultant. You know, you want good notes, actionable feedback on your script. Check him out. I'll leave, like I said, everything in the description. And pray for me and my script in this screenwriting contest. And I'll let you know what happens when they announce the next round of finalists. All right, friends, until next time,